we walked out, it was a police officer outside talking to girl and boy, because girl and boy didn't go back in the second time. And we all looked at each other. All four of us looked at each other. Cameron said, we gonna run? And we said, yeah. And we all ran. And it was a hole in the fence, and he got Cameron. You looked at he to a certain extent. And once Cameron, he lifted up the gate and was like, y'all go ahead, y'all go ahead. Girl, all I know is we heard police say, whoop, whoop, and we start taking off. And I'm running down the street, and I'm running by myself. Like, I'm not paying attention to nobody. I'm trying to get away from the crime scene. All I know is I see Rebecca running behind me. I'm like, okay. She was running behind me, and then we kind of started walking because we had kind of got far away enough. We're stupid. Listen, I know. Listen, at the time, you can hear a lot of dumb things I did. I wasn't a criminal. Only thing criminal I knew was cops. First 48. That's it. I was a green bean to the core. Church girl to the core. So, I'm just like, I'm out of there. And we start walking. All I know is I seen 7 police cars.
Bruh.
I seen. This shit story's starting to get good. Listen, let me tell you how many police cars I seen. So I seen 7. Yeah. 7 police cars, and Cameron zoomed past us. And all I know is it was just like they started coming from both directions on this one street. And we, now that I'm talking about it, I'm starting to remember little details. Not that we tried to go in somebody's door, like we tried to go in their house. Like, what? We was just trying to get away. Man, like, what? Like, if this is television, like, this is a little movie, and I would have been like, bro, like, my character in the movie is what it would have been like. You follow, you get on my nerves. You could have helped. You could have helped. Like, this situation didn't have to happen. You feel me? Like, if I would have said no, we could have been gone and back at the house. First of all, we didn't even have to go there, but we did. So, yeah, we surrounded. It's nowhere. We surrounded, like, all home. It's that house, us, the police. Like, it was just, do y'all understand? My heart sunk. My heart, just thinking about it. Like, in that moment, going back and feeling that emotion, like, my heart was in my stomach. Like, all I could think about was, I'm going to jail just for going to school. Oh, like, I ain't did nothing, but I'm finna go to jail. Like, I'm not a criminal. Yeah, I'm not a hot girl. All I know is the police officer looking at Cameron literally the entire time, won't even worry about me and her. But he was talking to all of us, but he was paying more attention to Cameron. And he was like, get your dirty on the ground now, now. Like, that's how they was talking. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm just like, okay. So I'm just like my hands is like, okay. So we get on the ground. Rebecca just standing there. She's stuck. Now remember, Rebecca got a warrant. Where's Jessica? You may ask. Where's Jessica? We're gonna get to Jessica later. Let's get us in the police car first. So we get inside the police cars. So first, before we get inside the police cars, I'm getting sidetracked because this is like, the emotion is coming back. We were literally standing and surrounded by the police officer on the ground. Rebecca didn't get on the ground. She was just like this. And the police officer was like, put him in the car now. Put him in the car. And then he put both of them in the car. And he stood there. This is why I said, he probably thought I was mixed with a little something. Because he looked at me and was like, take her ass and put her in there too. I was was like, I thought you was gonna let me free. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't know nothing. I can't tell you nothing. I ain't gonna tell you nothing if I did know something, but I still ain't gonna tell you nothing. So I mean, yeah. There I am. In the back of the police. They didn't even handcuff us. They just literally set us in the back of the police car. By that time, shoot, me just being in the back of a real police officer car, this is not no field trip. This is real life. This is me in my head thinking like, I'm finna go to jail. I'm gonna have to call my dad and be like, come and get me. I'm locked up because I decided, like, it was just, I was in my head just so, and I was just like, Lord, you know, how everybody do. You know, Lord, if you get me out of, that's what I kept saying in my head. Lord, if you get me out of this situation, I'll never do it again. Lord, if you get me out of this situation, I'll never do this. Like, just begging him, Lord, just please, like, I'll never do this again. I promise, like, I'll never do this. Like, just making all these broken promises. Like, I'll never do this and I'll never do that. Like, just, Lord, just get me out of this situation, Lord, just get me out of this situation. So we end up driving to Jimmy John's around the corner from the school. So I'm like, why are we here? Like, what's going on? So come to find out, it was a robbery at Jimmy John's. This is how the police officers looked at it at the time. Which, like that I'm saying this scenario out loud, it makes perfectly good sense. So it was a robbery around the corner. We were hiding. It could have been like, they didn't know that the people was with us. They were just standing outside. The girl and boy was outside, just chilling, waiting on us. And I'm sure the police asking them questions. They wasn't saying, oh, there's people inside of there. So when we walked out and girl and boy saw us and the police saw us and we automatically ran out, he probably thought like, these people had a robbery. They trying to hide. They see the police, you know? And I'm like, no, I think about it, made perfectly good sense. Yeah, why they chased us? Because I'm like, we was just at school for, like, you could have said what y'all doing, what's going on. We just, and y'all could have gave us a slap on the wrist or whatever. But it makes perfect, we looked at suspect. I thought I heard something. But yo, we looked at suspect. So I kind of understand now, like, saying it out loud. Yo, we looked at kind of suspect, but we still had to run because we didn't know what was going to happen. So we ran. And now we at Jimmy John's. And so, boom, pause the story. Scene, just know we left off at Jimmy John's. Now, where's Jessica? And all of this, where's Jessica? Where's Jessica? Jessica, instead of her running, Jessica hid. Jessica straight savage. Remember, she already had on her all black, her coming. Jessica knew. She was ready. She was ready. Baby hid. As we ran, she ran the other way and hid. And it was just like, so I guess when we was running, Rebecca decided to run behind me. So yeah. And when she ran behind me, we both ran together and Cameron ended up coming the same way. So we all ended up getting to the gym together. Jessica, on the other hand, hid. So as they was running from us, they knew it was other people with us. But they couldn't find her because they were focused on us running. So they wasn't looking for her as she was hiding. So once she got done hiding, I guess she went back to the car. And at the car was, girl, boy still was there because they was like, dang, what happened? We don't want to leave. And, you know, whatever. So they were at the car. And she ended up going to the car with them. So now, boom. Jessica's with them. She's good. She got the M. She was ready. Me, Rebecca, and Cameron. Yeah, we're at the Jimmy John's. So the police officer that I'm in the car with, he ran my name, whatever. I'm a good girl. No record. So he ran my name and he was like, we have you guys here because there was a robbery and we need to ask you guys questions. We need to know what you guys seen, whatever. And I was like, we were just at school for, like, I was honest. I was like, because nigga, we was at school for. You called us at school for. So I was like, we were just at school for. I didn't see no robbers. I didn't see no robbery. Like, what are you talking about? Like, do you not understand where y'all picked us up from school for? We went at Jimmy John's. I didn't know Jimmy John's was here. So yeah, it was a black college. It was really cool. It was actually mad cool. It was cool. And I was just in the back seat crying. And I know, like, he literally got the call. He was like, I don't want to hear that. I'm in the back seat, boo-hoo crying. I called my phone. Remember, like, they didn't handcuff us. And they didn't take our phones. They just detained us. So Jessica called me. She was like, what's going on? I was like, they just got me back to police. I called. They said it was a robbery or whatever. Child. Yeah. He took my phone. I can't contact Jessica. So, yeah, I'm just sitting in the back of the police car, just watching stuff going on, just looking outside the car window like, I can't get out. It's no handles. I'm trapped. I got a cage in front of me. They treat me like an animal. I'm a human. That's how I felt in a moment. And just asking God to forgive me. So, a police officer, he opened my door. It was one of the police officers, not the police officer car I was in. Another police officer came up to the door, opened my door, and said, listen, I know everything that you guys been doing tonight. Your sister over there, she has told me everything. I know about he emphasized everything. So in my head, I'm like replaying the scene. Yeah, we done did everything tonight. We done did everything. So yeah, what she done told you? In my head. So he's like, so your sister, I said, first of all, that's not my sister. He said, that's not what she said, and she told me everything. Remember, she got a warrant. So she over there singing like a canary. So, here we are. Me and him, we facing off. He tell me, I told him, hey, I don't know, that ain't my sister. That's not my sister. So I'm telling him, she's not my sister. Well, she told me everything. She told me what y'all been doing tonight. She told me how y'all, he said something about, I think he said something about a party. And I'm like, if she told you everything, is nothing for me to tell you then. Like, I kind of got attitude because it was just like, he kept trying to get something out of me that I didn't have. So it was just like, if she told you everything, it's nothing for me to tell. Oh, you want to be a smart ass, you're going to jail. Boo, start with crying. Child, still I was more of y'all. I seen them. I know it was more of y'all. And da da da. And I'm just like, okay. In the back of police car, boo, crying. I'm still not saying nothing though. I'm going to cry, but I'm not going to say anything. You're not going to get anything out of me, officer. So he shut the door. It was like, you going to jail? Shut my door. Boom. Start boo crying. My police officer eventually came back to the car. I'm still boo crying. Snot coming out my nose. I'm just. He said, you're not going to jail. We just need to talk to you, figure out what's going on. It was a robbery. And we just, like he said earlier, you're just trying to figure out, you know. So a detective comes to the car. He was a black man. He had on like one of those Sherlock Holmes coats, and he had on like a little hat. And I said, okay, detective, giving Sherlock Holmes, give it. And it was a black man, so I was a little bit more comfortable, just a tad bit, you know. And he was like, hey, so did you see anything? I was like, no. So I was just at school for it. I didn't see any robbers. No. He was like, okay. Like, I'm glad I didn't see no robbers, because I ain't trying to snitch. It's not that I want to snitch. I just don't want to have to go to court and be like, it was a witness, because I'm not a witness to nobody's crime. I'm not. I'm nobody's witness. I'm good. I ain't seen nothing, I ain't hear nothing, I don't know nothing. All I know is I was at school for. That's where you saw me at, that's where I was at. Period. Yeah, so my police officer get in the car and he drives back to the crime scene. I'm thinking, okay, I'm good. He's taking me back to the car. You feel me? How about, thank you. No. They pulled up to his car. That's how I knew. She told him everything. Yeah, she did. They had dogs sniffing around his car. Cameron's car, they had dogs sniffing around the car. Now, remember how I told you Jessica and Girl and Boy, you know, were waiting by the car for us to see what happens or if something go down. When the police pulled up and we pulled up there with the police, they were sitting there in the car, just chilling. The police said, do you know them? I said, no, I do not. And he said, yes, you do. And in my head, I said, then why you ask? Because you knew I wasn't going to tell you. Yeah, I know her. that's Jessica and that's boy. We was just hanging out. We was, just at school for, just committing crimes together. No, I don't know them. All I know is that I'm in the back of the police car. That's it. So he's like, you don't know them? I don't. You do. That's why. What you mean? If I said I didn't, I didn't. Even though I do. You hear me? Oh, it was hilarious. Think about it. I'm not laughing because it was fun. I'm laughing because I can laugh about it. I was 18. I'm 26 now. Living out my 27th year right now. So you feel me? Like, you won't catch me in that situation unless I'm prepared and I'm ready and I'm not. You wouldn't catch me in no school for trespassing. I ain't trying to leave the house. But back to the story. So the police officer get out the car and they ask them questions, and he come back to the car and he run their name. They good. Only person that's not good is Rebecca. She's the only one with a warrant. Everybody, that sun though. Ooh, that glow. Y'all see that? Okay. I'm getting sidetracked, but the sun is just my best friend. Yeah. 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 Okay. But anyways, back to the shade. He pulled their name, but it was really not like they were just sitting in the car. So apparently they had the dog searching the car for drugs and all of the stuff because she told the police all these bizarre things trying to get out. Because come to find out, what I found out later on is the police told her, hey, this is what they did. After they searched her name, they said, hey, we see you have a warrant. We need you to tell us everything you know about everything that's been going on tonight. And then, we're going to let you out. We ain't going to arrest you. She believed them like a dummy. And they still arrested her. They still didn't get anywhere with us. Yeah. You snitch. Anyways, they checking his car. Remember, he had a thing in the car. He had some form of a thing. A thing. He had something in the car. And we told her only reason she knew is because we had got put over earlier. So if we would never got put over earlier, she would never knew about the thing in the car. But because, so what do they got to do with a robbery? What they got to do with us being at school for? Why would you tell them that? Why would you be trying to feed them information they don't really matter? Like, telling them what we had going on before. Like, I didn't understand that. And it baffled me. That's when I realized, lesson learned to this was, if I ever want to commit a crime, do it by myself. By myself. I don't need a crowd of people to commit a crime with. Just me and me alone. Maybe my husband with me, but me and me alone. You feel me? Like, it was just like, why did you tell the police that? Anyways, I digress. Police asked him, hey, give me your keys so I can search your car. He knew his rights, said, nah, you didn't give me a key, no rental. You don't have no proper cause. You didn't catch me at my car. And how do you even know that's my car? You feel me? Like, you caught me at school for, not at the car. So why are you going to my car to search my car? And because he knew his rights, they couldn't. So they had to leave that alone. Because they were trying to find something to get us. Because really, all we did was at school for. That's it. We wasn't doing nothing. So, and now that we can't help you with the investigation, oh, okay, we finna try to find something, do something, because she told us this. Okay, well, what we finna do? Nah. It ain't work that way. It didn't work that way. So, I'm just like, okay, I'm getting rowdy. Because this situation, it's getting intense. It's really intense. It's really, really intense. So all I know is we get back to Jimmy John's and we sitting up for about a couple, maybe 15 more minutes. Girl, that was the longest, whatever, I don't know how long it was, but it was, we didn't leave there, it's about 1, so it was the longest time I spent. It just felt super long and drawn out, and eventually, this is what happened. Sum up the story. So, to sum it all up, Rebecca went to jail, the snitch went to jail, and we got free. They put me and Cameron in the same police car and took us back to school for, literally took us back to his car, to be honest. It took us back to his car, and we was just at the end. We were out. We were good, and we met back up with Jessica, and we were like I was shaking. I was like, y'all, what? I was shaking. So if you got this far in the video, comment down below 3 red hearts, okay? 3 red hearts. If you have gotten this far, if you have gotten to this point, I will know you have gotten to this point because you comment 3 red hearts, and this is me sending you so much love. I'm sending everybody love that watched it, but I'm sending you so much love, so much positivity, blessings, and everything else in your life for getting this far to the story. Like, getting this far in the story and listening to this entire story, I rocks with you, man. I rocks with you. You feel me? Yeah. So all I know is I would never commit crimes with other people. I would never trespass or do anything I don't want to do. So for my kids out there, for my ladies, for anybody, if you do not want to do it, don't do it, because it's a reason why you don't want to do it. And if I wouldn't have did that, we wouldn't have ended up in that situation, because we would have been in a car, gone. But because I gave us up pressure, I had to have a traumatizing experience with police. But you know what? It happened then, so it don't happen later. And I learned my lesson. I would never. Don't be trying to be a hot girl because you're not a hot girl. So I love you guys so much. I thank you guys for listening to my story time. I will do more videos like this. This will not be the last. We'll have more story times, more videos. I'm getting into it. I want y'all to go on this journey with me. Like, I'm going on the journey in my life, and me talking about these past things is me kind of like burning, like, right, paper and burning it and just letting it fly. Like, that situation, it was a very good lesson for me to learn. And the lesson was not to be a follower, because I'm a leader, you feel me? And yeah, so I love you guys. I'm praying you guys have a successful week, day, month, rest of the year. This is nothing but love, and
it's a no, it's a no, it's a no. To stay bro, to stay bro, to stay bro.